Hey everybody, Rick here, Arizona High Desert Homestead. This is an update closing out the year. We've been having some really cold weather. We got snow forecast tonight. Oh, excuse me. Man. All right, there's the shop there. We got half the roof put up. The wind gusts in particular have been holding us up from doing any more right now. I'm going to try to get them tomorrow. Thought of doing it today, but no. The wind chill's down in the teens. Today I'm going to pick up a lot of stuff because we got the snow coming in and a lot of stuff put away. So I decided just to do some work inside. And to do that, I'm going to hook up the heater. Mr. Heater, 30,000 BTU propane heater. Because we really haven't been able to do much in there. It's been so cold. All right, let's see. Go in here and take a look. Yesterday I went solo. I picked up a bunch of materials. This don't have my knife on me, and nor do I see one sitting around. Let me try this. My sunglasses fell apart. Hey, look at that. Yep. Reuse. These are the engineered stone. 6 square feet in each box. I don't think I want to open it just yet. It's in there. Yeah. I'll show them on another clip. We have 54 square feet of it. That is going to be going down on that lower part of that wall. We got to mud this bullnose corner. But I need to get some heat in here. Talking to the wife, she wants the heater down here on the end. I know a lot of people say you should centrally locate it, but for how big this place is, it is not going to be that bad. It'll be fine right there. She gets too damn hot anyway, so I'm going to do that. Try to get the heater installed today so that tomorrow we can finish a little bit of mudding that we need to do. And I need this wall textured and that wall textured. As far as the painting, I don't care if the block is up when we paint. I'll just tape it off. And I'm going to be putting a little wood trim in between it anyways. So we're just going to hand roll this. Yeah, I really want to get this moving. This is something we can do while we have this cold weather. And it's not just the cold, it's the wind. So, but we don't have it as bad as up north. They're just crazy high temperatures of like 14 degrees and lots of snow and ice. Yeah. A little more mudding in here. She's getting, that doesn't press. I don't know what she's thinking. Yeah. Gotta fix that. Do another good coat over it. And that's just because of the temperature. Oh yeah. We gotta get some heat in here. Keep a little bit of heat in. And I still gotta do caulking. You can see the seam through there. There's a lot of that stuff to do. I got so many projects. I'm actually thinking the guy that did the drywall, hiring him for a day. Just to help us get caught up a little bit. There's just a lot of stuff to do. So, here's the heater. My son's got one in his place next door. I'm sure you've seen it if you watch the videos. They work incredible. These things are highly rated. Heats up, this one in particular, heats up to 1,000 square feet. It's got the electronic ignition. This is without the bathroom. 480 square feet. So I have come up to a conclusion. You know, I'm building the bathroom out back here. Well, on the other side of the living room, I am going to add on even more to make an office for the wife. I'll get into that in a little bit here in this update. So, all right, I'm gonna see what I can get done. Yeah, another thing I need to do is our fifth wheel is kind of leaning a little bit. The wheels are really gone down, so I'm going to air them up and then block it up nice. You know, jack it up even further and then block it and let it go down. Kind of leaning to one side sucks. All right. Okay, open the box. And here's the ones I picked out. Yeah. I guess this stuff is really easy to cut. I say the best thing to use, you don't need any special wet tile saws or anything like that, water, nothing like that. Best thing to use is a table saw or a nice steady hand. So in my case, I'll use a table saw for nice straight cuts. I got Gorilla Glue construction adhesive, non-expanding, but yet flexible. Everywhere I looked, people were just recommending that. So before I do any of that, hook up this heater, then I'm just gonna go around it, because then I'll put trim. Yeah, I might put trim around it and then just do the brick in between it, cut it to fit. So yeah, it's just freaking cold. My hands are ice. I had to go level out the fifth wheel, got that leveled up. So one less thing for someone to complain about. Yeah, I'm hoping to have her in here mudding and doing her thing, because she's the one taking charge on the mudding and all that. So I want her to get done so she can texture and get the paint. I want the texture and the paint done before I do the ceiling. I need to pick up the what do you call it? The wood I'm going to use, the 1x6 ton group. I'm probably going to put in a phone order, so it'll just already be pulled and ready. Probably do that today or tomorrow. I'll be getting that from Home Depot. They have the better looking wood there and cheaper price. So, all right, I'm going to get this bad boy hooked up. Okay, got my bracket installed. It's set up for 16-inch on center. And I didn't have to use the stud finder or the old knock method, because I can clearly see with this wall. I can see in some spots some of these screws didn't get put all the way. I don't want that to affect the engineer's stone. So before I get that put up, remember that's going up halfway up the wall, all the way across, halfway up, and then we'll use weathered wood on the top half. I'm going to take the stone up to the bottom of the window and then the weathered wood on the rest. Okay, so this comes with feet that you can just set it on the floor, but I don't want that. There's the feet. They'll just get put in storage just in case. So you just got to take it out of all this. Let's see if I get my son to hold this and I'll start it. You have to take off this front assembly before you mount it and all that good stuff. Okay. It's stupid they have to put that on. Remove before use. No, just leave something very flammable right where the heat's going to be at. But that's the way our society. I don't like to use power for little screws like this. You end up doing something. I'll at least take the screws out with this, and then I'll get a screwdriver before I put them back in. These heaters are great. I recommend them to everyone. They're very fuel efficient. No. Okay. I don't want to screw this up, so I'm going to stop the recording until we get it on there. Okay, I got the front part of the shell off. And I'm going to ask my son if he can set it up on that bracket. Basically, those two prongs sticking up. One on that side is going to fit in there, and vice versa over there. And there we go. So now, and then you put more screws in at the bottom. right there in the lower hole in the white. And, or was it down there, son?
Down there.
Yeah. We put in one there, and we put in one back there. And it keeps it really nice and secure. So next thing I'm going to do is I got to drill a hole for the supply line that goes outside to my tanks. I have only one 100-pound tank out there right now, but eventually I have at least 4, more than likely 6, just so that they're there. They're always there. I've decided not to do the 1,000-gallon propane tank. I don't want to do it. That was my wife's deal. A lot of yelling and screaming, but I got my weight on that one, and it's going to pay off. I told her she never has to do any of this anyway, so I don't want to have lines buried all over. You can't have across anything, and for everything we were doing, it would be impossible. Not to mention the thing is ugly as sin. It's like over 16 feet long and 4 feet high, and she doesn't want to see a 100-pound tank, but she had no problem seeing that big behemoth eyesore. So I'm going to we're building little sheds, whatever you want to call it, to store them. So, all right, I'm going to drill the hole so we can get that supply line. And we learned a trick on lightnies. Had do a lot of research. A lot of people have the same problem. And it's by turning the propane on too fast. So, all right. All right, I got it mounted. I got the hose on. My son's going out to turn on the propane. Put the battery and the igniter switch up there. The key we found out when we did his turning on the propane nice and slow. Otherwise it would flood it and it would keep blowing out the pilot light. So let's see here. He does that. Okay, it's got a lot of line. Oh, that wasn't even hooked up yet, so I'm gonna pause this. Okay, he's turning on the propane nice and slow. And on here, it's in the on position. You push it down to get it to turn anyway. Just push down a little and then, yeah, look at what's going on here. It's supposed to turn. There, now it's on pilot. And you gotta hold down for at least 30 seconds. And I mean, really make sure it clicks. Once it does light, you leave it on pilot for just a little bit. Isn't that correct? Yeah.
Probably the first time you use it.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about, the very first time. Oops, one to go. It wants to be a pain. It's always a pain in the butt the first time, so I'm going to pause this. Okay. Like I said, you have to really have it down, but see how it doesn't even really line up? For it to be down as far as it should, you really have to make sure. You want to try to light it, son? Still nothing. There we go. Finally worked. Just the first time. Any other time it doesn't do this. It's just the very first time. It's got to work its way through that hose. Okay, now I think we can. There we go. And I don't have field-of-vision, but man, you can feel that heat right away. Okay, so now that I know that it works right, and actually just turn it down on the lowest setting to warm it up here and keep it going for a little bit. And I just got to put this cover back on, and I'm happy to report I got a regular screwdriver for that, because power tools aren't meant for little screws like that. So, Alright, yeah, for those little screws, machine screws, it just doesn't work. Wood screws, yeah, no problem. Well, it depends. You don't want to over torque something. It's only going in that far. Heck yeah, I love these heaters. So, alright, I'm going to put the front on, get it screwed together. Is that on the lowest setting? Mm-hmm. Damn. Right on. Cranking out some heat. Alright, be right back. Okay, we got the front cover on. So let's put the screws in. Now, show you guys a few other things going on. This is going to help a lot, being able to start getting some stuff done in here. And I did find a used tractor. It was through Bingham Equipment. It was a trade-in. It's a L3901, 39 horsepower. It's got the bucket, it's got the canopy on it, which I really think is going to be kind of a must-have during most of the year with all that hot sun, especially 6,300 feet. Have some shade. I'm not getting the backhoe attachment for it right now because honestly I think I'd be better off buying a mini excavator. But it does come with a really good box blade. I want to say even said it had a Canon attachment on it, which would be really nice. And the blade rippers, of course. So hopefully I'll hear from him this week and then go pick it up. Got a good deal on it. It's only got 300 hours, which that's a nothing. So, all right, I'm probably boring you guys with the flames. Who doesn't like fire? Come on. And I thought, of adding the office on the other side. I will put a wood stove in that. That's a nice small one, just to help. And if everything, goes to piss, at least there's a wood stove, All right, let's go see what else is going on. I apologize for the wind. I cannot find my windsock. This weather is crap. And it's just filthy around here between the wind and the dogs. Got crap everywhere. Trees over there I got to plant. I think when I get that mini excavator, because I got a couple of these weeping willows, they were actually rooting through the pot. They tore through the plastic pot when they were sitting on the ground over there. And if you watch my earlier videos, yeah, we've basically been camping, and this is just all temporary stuff. I'm getting so excited to get everything completely set up. So we're going to take a look here at the chickens in a little bit. Drive, and then I'll wrap this thing up. The sun's peeking through. We're in the shortest days of the year, so I'm having to run the generators a lot more. I don't have my main solar set up. I got my lithium batteries and all that. I'm just using the lead acid and well, not the lead acid anymore, but the gel cell. And they do extremely well with the cold. We got our new stand-up freezer, 21 cubic feet. I think it's awesome. Lucky that we found one. Right now that's a bio outhouse. There's no hole in the ground, just buckets. Called the double deucer. I also use it to store animal feed, but when we get things wrapped up here, that's going to be converted and I'll move it. That's why it's on pallets, all secured together. It's very sturdy. I'm going to move that somewhere, either by the chickens or I am going to be raising some goats and at least one head of beef, preferably two. I'd like to get it where they're spaced out 6 months apart, so they're not both ready at the same time. Every 6 to 8 months. And then kind of go from there. We got the freezer space, and I'm really still considering getting a freeze dryer. Wife's totally against it, but I wish if she would have investigate stuff more instead of just coming to a judgment. They are very pricey, and you got to run them for like 24 hours. So I mean, that's a lot of power. I'd have to have a friend in town that's on the grid at the beginning for that to work. Yeah, I got crap everywhere, and this just bugs me to no end. You have no idea how much this bugs me. Hopefully I can work on that. Work on the shop tomorrow, get the rest of the sheeting up on the roof. I did buy metal. I got metal for it, the roofing. I got the synthetic underlayment for it. And the ridge cap. Beautiful, big, really nice wide ridge cap. It's usually $24 per 10-foot section. They had on sale for $11.50. So, yeah. I bought 3 pieces because I need 24 feet. But when I go back, if it's still on sale, I might just buy a couple more just to have it on hand, you know, 2 or 3 more. Buy stuff when it's cheap. If it's something you're going to use, buy it when it's cheap, definitely. So, yeah, I know this is hokey. The wind busted that down. I got to fix that and duct taped on. But this is just a real tiny little thing, so. All right, we'll look at the chickens here in a minute. All right, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. I wanted to do a short little segment right along on the side-by-side, but it's just too cold, so wind chills are crazy, so I've been just hanging out in my truck. Enjoy using the heater. Let's see here. Hey, I don't know if you guys are following the lumber futures. It's crazy. It's almost over 1,200. The worst maxed out, it's almost 1,700 earlier in the year, I think back in May. Let's check on my girls here. Girls and 1 boy. Got Malone out here now. Their feeding time's coming up real close. They've gotten so big. Rodney the rooster. How you doing, girls? Want to say hi? Yeah? You're gonna get your food and your scratch. I need to get that other run built there. It's bigger. I want to add on to this one. With so many projects. There's a guy up here. I think I'm going to hire him per day to get this other run put up. They need it bad. They've grown so much, so they're very well fed. Every morning I come out here, thaw the water out. My long-term plan is to get one of those warmers that keeps it from freezing. It hasn't been really freezing hard inside the coop, but every morning we thaw it out, make sure they get lots of water. In the cold weather, it helps them regulate their body heat. And I read on a website or a group, a bunch of chicken experts, where they do feed them oatmeal, and that helps them regulate their body temperature, which I thought was really cool. What the heck's laying on the ground there? Wind probably blew it over here, but that doesn't look good. I don't know what that could have came from. Whatever it was, it looks like it broke. Oh, came off my electric fence stuff. Okay. Well, like I said, the winds have been brutal. And I don't like the gray weather. I love the sun. You know, living in Washington for so many years, it's all you get. Is this would be considered a good day because it's not raining. But yeah, so chickens are doing real good. Other animals are doing really good. Hoping that tomorrow it's not going to be that warm, and that's really not too much of a problem. But as long as there's no wind, you know, especially the wind gusts, I want to get the sheeting up on the rest of that roof there, so I can get that sucker wrapped up. Once I get the sheeting on, I got to build that front door. I got to install the door, the entry door, regular entry door, and then the windows, which won't take me long at all. I went ahead and went with an 812 pitch. I know I was talking on doing a 312, and then I was trying to decide between 3 and a 412. Uncle suggested 412 because of solar panels, and I really started to think about that. And so I thought, you know what, and I wanted some attic space a little bit just to store a few things up in the rafters, so went with an 812. But I do have a harness and all that safety fall equipment when I used to do pressure washing roofs, roof repairs, and all that sort of stuff. I kept all that stuff, so I will be using that. I'm hoping to hear something on that tractor this week on the used one. He said it's a done deal. It is mine. They have it. It's just around the holidays when it happens, so hopefully soon. And then I'm just going to rent a mini excavator to put in the leach field, the drain field, and the bury the piping down to it. So, yep, that's about it. I got a ton of stuff I can do. Oh, that heater. Oh man, that really heated that place up quick. Very impressed. I can't wait to get moved up in here. My son's living in his. I'll be working on that kitchen soon as well. I'm going to change the flooring out in it. Just going to get some linoleum. So, yeah, and that lumber. God, I scatter around too much. If you need any, get it now. The prices are kind of reflecting a little in the stores, but not too much, but they will be. And if it's still too high, yeah, I'm going to get what I absolutely need this coming weekend, and I'm going to pick up that linoleum. Then I won't be buying any more lumber until it comes back down again. So, anyways, hey, I want to thank each and every one of you. The new subscribers, right on. I checked it a little bit ago. I'm at 749. So, yeah, beautiful views. Just lots of clouds. Yeah, thank you so much, and if you could give a thumbs up to this video, I'd appreciate that. If you're new, subscribe, hit the subscribe button, hit the notifications, that way you know when the new videos come out, and they are going to start being cranked out again. I'm going to try to put one out tomorrow. I bought a new CZ612 home defense pump shotgun. Got it on sale. It's a great thing. I'm going to do a complete unboxing of it. So, all right, everyone, have a good rest of your week, and share this if you can. Take care of each other, and remember, there's always money in the banana stand.